Halo 4 has the best campaign to date. This is a bold statement considering it's 343's first attempt at creating a full-blown Halo game, and I'm sure a lot of you would disagree with me. But hopefully through this series, I can enlighten you on why I truly believe Halo 4 is the start of a better generation of Halo. Starting off, I've been a fan of the Halo series since 2001 with the release of Halo Combat Evolved, and played every single installment up until Halo Spartan Assault. So it's safe to say that I've experienced all the other campaigns in their entirety. So to understand why I love Halo 4 so much, I'm going to have to make a really odd comparison. Disney's Renaissance. Just bear with me. Remember when Disney continually put out a great animated film every year from 1989 to 2001? Films like The Lion King, Mulan, Treasure Planet all changed people's perspective on what power animation could hold. These movies were spectacular, and I don't even have to explain why. After 2001, the Renaissance ended with the rise of Pixar. Gaining only little attention under the immense success of Pixar, it seems that Disney Animation Studios had finally lost its magic. Then something unexpectedly amazing happened. Frozen. Understand I came into this movie wanting to hate it due to all the great things I heard about it. I expected a rather recycled Disney formula scattered with dry humor similar to Shrek. By God, was I wrong. This movie completely surprised me on every single level, which ultimately has now become my favorite Disney animated feature, if not one of my favorite movies. Why was it so good? It stayed true to the old Disney formula with the seamless integration into modern times. Spectacular visuals that superseded any expectations I had, and had one of the most emotional plot/storylines of any animated Disney film, which led up to one of the most powerful endings I have ever seen. This movie is seriously popular. I don't think I've gone a single day without it being quoted in some way, shape, or form. And I'm glad that it's getting so much attention because it does live up to the name of being one of the best Disney movies to date, if not the best. This film truly marks the beginning of a second Disney Renaissance. No one expected it to happen, and it did. Now you might be asking yourself, how does this relate to Halo 4 in any way? Think about it. Bungie had its own renaissance, owning the game market, putting out great game after game until their departure from Halo in 2010. They created a universe that was loved by millions, generating rich, mysterious worlds saturated by the lore of the Forerunners' abandoned tech. These games were truly spectacular, changing the perspectives of critics and people's minds alike of the power that games could have over emotional storytelling and immersion. With the announcement that Bungie would be abandoning Halo, I was seriously depressed. I accepted that Bungie would end it with Reach, and that is where the series would officially stop. Then at E3 2011, something unexpectedly amazing happened. I was completely astonished that Halo 4 would be happening, and I was actually kind of confused because I wasn't ready for the series to continue after Halo Reach. But as a loyal Halo fan, I accepted the idea that a brand new trilogy was on the horizon, continuing the story of my favorite character of all time, Master Chief. Just Bungie wouldn't be there to see it through. Similar to Frozen, I wasn't excited at first. I didn't think 343 could pull it off, and I was rather nervous on whether or not they could hold the mantle of Halo. But seeing vidocs of the game got me extremely excited over the prior months to its release, actually changing my complete attitude towards the game. Then came November 6, 2012. I remember rushing through the door seeing a yellow package with my name encrusted on the front of it, and inside, Halo 4. It was here I realized that I had been waiting 5 years for this game, ever since the lasso ending of Halo 3. Starting the campaign, I immediately fell in love. Never has Halo looked this beautiful. Seeing that opening cutscene in which Halsey is being interrogated showing flashbacks of the Human Covenant War was just spectacular. Playing through the campaign was an absolute joy. It was heartfelt, badass, and by God it's emotionally driven. Those beautifully crafted moments when Chief is talking to Cortana are so well done. For example, watch this cutscene where Cortana is observing the Forerunner sunset.
I can give you over 40,000 reasons why I know that sun isn't real. I know it because the emitter's Rayleigh effect is disproportionate to its suggested size. I know it because its stellar cycle is more symmetrical than that of an actual star. But for all that, I'll never actually know if it looks real, if it feels real. Before this is all over, promise me you'll figure out which one of us is the machine.
I hope to God you're wrong about that Forerunner. Or whatever he is, Chief. But in the event you're not. And Chief, good luck. Both of you.
Come on, Chief. Take a girl for a ride.
These emotionally driven moments are one of the many reasons why I love Halo 4. In accordance to Disney's second renaissance with the arrival of Frozen, Halo is starting its second renaissance with Halo 4. Oh yeah, on a fun little side note, oddly enough, if you think about it, both Halo 4 and Frozen have oddly similar endings, which may explain why I was drawn to the movie so much. Bear with me here. Spoilers here. In Frozen, Anna's heart is plagued by ice, and Kristoff has to get her to Hans before she dies from being turned to solid ice.
Anna, we've got to get you back to Hans.
That doesn't end up working for numerous sinister reasons, leading to Anna sacrificing herself for her sister. And in Halo 4, Chief has to get Cortana to Halsey before she goes completely rampant and literally thinks herself to death.
Halsey. We need to find Halsey.
That doesn't end up working due to a lot more sinister reasons, leading to Cortana using her last energy to save Chief. Extremely similar endings that are both impenetrably great stories and both equally as powerful. Except only in Chief's case... Well, let's take a moment of silence. It truly is the beginning of a second Halo renaissance that will plague our minds with blissful nostalgia for the years to come. I have played through the campaign countless times, and it hits me with the same emotional reaction every single time. It cuts me to the bone. Seeing a character that you've grown up with die in one of the most noble ways. No other game has ever come within the same vicinity of this emotional reaction. Halo 4 has the best campaign. There is no doubt about it in my mind, and I hope that I've enlightened you on why I believe this. I can tell you this, I am monumentally excited for Halo 5.